What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource and welcome back to another keyboard video. However, this one is going to be very different and interesting from the other keyboards I reviewed on the channel. So this is the Xbose ergonomic keyboard and I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, and all I gotta say is this is not your typical keyboard. It hasn't been released yet, but judging by the high demand for it on Kickstarter, I think it might be the next big thing for PC users. So first off, let's talk about the design, and as I said before, this is a very different keyboard than what you're used to. The layout is pretty much the main thing that separates itself from the traditional keyboard. There is definitely a learning curve. You guys can't just switch from a traditional keyboard layout to this one and expect no difference. When I first started using this, my typing speed went down drastically. I went from about 70 words per minute to 19 WPM, which is about 3 times less than what I'm used to. But after using it for about a week, my speed did increase gradually as I got used to where the keys were located, and I didn't have to look at the keys as much while typing. It may turn some people off by looking at the layout, but after using it for some while, I gotta say, it has some great aspects about it. The best way to explain it is that there are 2 major sections for all your letter keys. Unlike a traditional keyboard where all your letter keys are compacted and close to each other, this keyboard is more strategically scattered. What I think is neat is that there are 2 space keys. One is on the left side of the keyboard and the other one is on the right, making it convenient to reach either key from either side while you type, unlike the large space key on standard keyboards. But those are not the only different key locations. For example, the delete, enter, control, and shift keys are in between these 2 sections, which is what I had the hardest time getting used to. The keyboard is not too long, in fact it's very compact. It is mechanical and it has RGB lighting, so that is a plus for me personally. The buttons feel nice and clicky and there is good key travel. It also has Gate-All-Around switches that have been rated up to 50 million clicks, which is the highest on the market. However, there are different switch types like red, blue, black, and brown depending on your preference. The model we have, however, has red switches which feel a lot like the Cherry MXs. There are 15 lighting movement effects with controllable brightness, speed, direction, and even color according to their Kickstarter page. There's also this blue arrow type symbol at the center, which I think gives it a pretty cool, unique look. Now there is one thing I do not like about the keyboard. Because of its form factor and how compact it is, it does not have a 10 key. Now for gaming, I played some PUBG and Overwatch, and as expected, there was definitely a learning curve. But after a few games, I wasn't doing so bad. At times I thought maybe I couldn't pull off what I usually do with a regular keyboard. For example, due to the more slanted layout and how compact it is, I was able to be more focused on handling my controls. I feel over time, the more you play with this keyboard, the more you will see an increase in your performance. I can see how this can be an esports keyboard given how small it is and how some key locations can benefit you having an upper edge against your opponent. I would say if you're a gamer and want to try something different, then you should definitely check out the Xbose keyboard. Because of the keyboard's layout, there are some keys that are closer and also easier to press compared to traditional keyboards, and I feel like that can benefit you in your gaming. Now, if you're someone who types a lot and writes a bunch of essays or scripts, for example, then the ergonomic form factor of this keyboard can definitely benefit you more than a traditional keyboard. But like I said before, there is definitely a learning curve, so please be patient with it if you're going to pick one up, and I would say give it about a week to test it out, and if you still don't like it, then you can switch back to the traditional layout. So this begs the question, is the Xbose ergonomic keyboard worth it? And honestly, I wish I had an answer for you guys. It really comes down to the person and what they're going to use the keyboard for, as well as their budget. Personally, I think I'm going to stick to the traditional keyboard layout because I don't think I'm going to be gaining much switching to the Xbose keyboard. First of all, I'm not a hardcore gamer, so I'm not going to be gaining much from that category. And 2, I don't type a lot. So from the ergonomic standpoint, I don't think I'm going to take advantage of its ergonomic design. The Corsair K70 Lux keyboard I'm using right now works just fine, and honestly, I have no complaints. But that pretty much wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed it, feel free to toss a like to show your support on the channel. It's a very simple gesture, takes less than a second. But if you guys didn't like the video, feel free to dislike as well and let me know your feedback in the comment section. If you guys want to check out the keyboard, I'll drop a link to it down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.